Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for my newbies, and thank you for my subscribers that's already following me. Well, this is your girl, I Slay Makeup, coming on here this beautiful Tuesday morning to do another makeup look with you. So this video is going to be about, um, hmm for women over 50 in their 50s. I believe that a woman should have her signature makeup look. And I also believe that one size don't fit all as far as makeup goes. I mean, it's a lot of trends out here, but women as we age gracefully, a lot of makeup trends are not, they not for us. They're not for our skin, okay? We just have to accept that. So, I'm 54 and I'm a makeup artist for beginners and makeup. I'm going to show you my tips and suggestions. I mean, you can follow someone else, and because information is out there everywhere. I just wanted to just put that out there. So, my tips are my tips. That's not saying that other people's tips are wrong. I just want to put that out there in the atmosphere. So if you want to follow me and other people, that's fine. I'm not going to get upset. But this is just my way of how I do makeup and my clients' makeup. So the first thing you want to do as a mature skin woman that's doing makeup, you want to make sure that your skin prep is done before you add any foundation, before you add any concealer, anything. The skin prep gotta be done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a hydrating moisturizer. And this one is from Dew of Gods. Now, you do not have to use this moisturizer that I'm using. You can use another moisturizer that's very hydrating. We need that as we age, because while skin it gets dry, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start getting more fine lines and wrinkles, and then you're going to try to put foundation on. That's not going to look good if you're not putting on your skin prep the proper way. So always use a hydrating product, as far as moisturizer. So this is my hydrating moisturizer, my first moisturizer that I'm putting on, and I'm just letting that sit into the skin. And then you need a under eye cream, sis. I can't stress that enough, how much we need under eye cream. We need it for our skin, okay? Under eye cream. And allow your products to sit into your skin before you proceed to your next product. I'm just massaging this cream, and then I'm going to start tapping it. Even for women in their 30s, y'all need some under eye cream, because your skin starts aging at, I think, like 28, they say. So the skin starts to change. So incorporate some under eye creams, okay? And that's gonna allow you not to put so much concealer, because as we age, we don't need a whole lot of product. We just need a little here and there, a little tap tap there and a little tap there. We don't need all that product, okay? Less is more. Now, I know it's a trend, and a lot of girls, they put it on a little bit too thick. I'm not knocking them because I used to do that too. But as I age, my makeup routine changed. So I'm just tapping this in under my skin. And now I'm going to put on a serum. And this is In Skin Serum. So I put on a hydrating moisturizer. Now I'm putting on a serum. And this is a blemishing serum. So hydrating, moisturizer, under eye cream, a serum, okay, now I'm going to put on another moisturizer, and this one, it has sunscreen in it, and it is a atmosphere protector cream. That means it is a sunscreen and moisturizer. This is going to protect your skin from the elements and take care and keep your makeup in place so it don't move. And this one is OSEA. If y'all know about that, that's the moisturizer I'm using today. You don't have to put on that kind. You can put on a regular moisturizer and then sunscreen. But I advise you to get a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. The benefits of a sunscreen. This feels so good on the skin. Look at that. Now it's time for primer. And I'm using the new, it's a new primer to me because I never use it, but I know a lot of people do. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. Chef Kiss. I thank you, Sugar, for making this primer. It's the bomb. I like it. And this is the size of it. It also looks like the NYX makeup. So if you're into NYX has this kind like this, but this is Huda Beauty. So I'm going to put this on. And this is a blurring primer. I'm putting it in my T-zone areas only. Because I'm going to go off camera and allow these products to sit into my skin for a couple of minutes, and we'll come back. Well, I will be back for foundation. So I'm just putting these in my T-zone areas and here on the side of my mouth and my forehead. A little goes a long way, and less product too. Don't put on so much product. Okay, less is best, y'all. I'm telling you, doing makeup, less is best. You don't need a whole bunch of, you don't need all that to look good. Okay, we know you gonna have on some makeup, sis. You don't need all them products. I'm just pressing that into my skin. You want this here to blur out any pores or anything like that. So I will be back for the rest of the makeup. I'll be right back, y'all. Smooches. Okay, guys, I'm back, and now I'm going to underpaint. That means I'm not going to use a lot of product on my face. So the first thing you want to do when you're underpainting, and this is a makeup look that's very easy. Anybody can do it. It's so, so, so easy. So what I'm going to do is, I'm trying to think if I want to do my blush first. We're going to do blush first. And I'm going to put this blush on the back of my hand. And I'm using the e.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Mauve. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. I like doing it this way because it gives me control of how much blush to put on. And remember, I said in the beginning of the video, one size don't fit all. So we don't need all that blush, okay? We don't need all that blush. Don't put a lot of blush on. So I'm just tapping it onto my brush like that. And I'm going to just bring it right here. See that? Going down with it. That look good. We know you got blush on, sis. You don't need to be having all that blush on. We know. And I'm doing tapping motions, adding this blush. You can contour with your blush too. Now, if you don't want to use contour, you can use blush. Look at that. That's just pretty. We're going to set the blush, though. We're not going to leave it like this. All your products, you need to set your cream products. So I'm going to use another blush. And I just took it out. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier blush. So I'm mixing my blushes today, because they almost the same shade. This is like a mauvey shade too. I like subtle blushes for my soft glam look. So I'm adding this blush right on top of that other blush. This is an easy look. Makeup is not complicated. It's easy. Just practice. See that? And now we're going to add our concealer. And I'm using these shades here today, and they're from e.l.f. I love e.l.f. concealers. And this is the shade of my skin that I'm using now. And we're going to pick it right there. Put some here. All in our T-zone areas. In the forehead. See how that's looking? And now I'm going to take a sponge today to blend out my concealer, and I'm going to spray my face. With my Milani Setting Spray. And this is such an easy look that you don't need a whole lot of product. I forgot to put some on my nose. Now for my contour, I'm going to bronze. I'm not going to use a liquid contour color today. I just want my blush and bronzer to show today. I don't want to use any liquid. That's my choice. But you can use your liquid blush, liquid contour if you want. And I'll just put that here and then foundation. But I don't want to do that today. And because this concealer is almost the same shade as my skin, I'm going to use that up on top of my forehead. And now I'm getting ready to blend out. It's getting a little hot, but I got this. I don't want to have that fan, that noise in my video. So we're getting all of the base out the way first. And then I'll come back and set everything with powder. Because we got one more concealer to put on. Because this is just my skin tone shade here. I'm making sure it's looking good in this camera, y'all. It still look like we got makeup on, okay? Now I'm going to use another shade. Let me make sure, because I got two that look almost alike. Here it is. This is the yellow one. And this is my highlighted shade, y'all. e.l.f. has some good concealers. I really like their concealers. They're really good. And now I'm blending this out. Now I normally would use a brush to blend out my concealer because sponges, it's just my opinion, sponges take away a lot of the product. So that's why I don't really like beauty blenders that much. Take your time when blending. Blend, blend, blend. Tap, tap, tap. Now, this is as far as highlighting that I'm going to do for my skin. We can still highlight, but we don't want a bright, bright, bright under eye. You don't want that. Now, I can't tell you what you don't want, but when we get older, some things just change. We don't need all that. I'm bringing that down by my nose. And I think I will cream contour. I wasn't going to do it, but oh well, we going to do it. Because I ain't really feel like it. Okay, so we blending the forehead out. Blend, blend, blend. Make sure that your products are blended. It may look like we lost some of that blush, but we didn't, because that blush is nice and subtle. We'll just go over it with our brush that we had, and I still have a little product. Because we want blush on, but we don't want too much. So let's blend this out. And I like to bring my concealer up for my left. That's just me. I like that look. Okay. So now the cream contour that we're gonna use is the what is this here? Tarte Tape Shape. I'm trying to find a brush that I want. And thank you for watching me, whoever's watching. I appreciate you. I got two different kind of brushes. That's got. Okay, here's a clean one. Okay, I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to put a little bit, see that? That's all you need, because this here is Vera pigment. You don't want to be looking like you got some mud on your face. Don't do that. So we're going to take some and put it on our brush like so. See that? But we're going to tap some of that off. I'm not just going to go in with it like that. See that? And you want to swirl, swirl, swirl it, because we're going right under the blush. Right under that blush. And I'm going to use another brush to blend this out. Blending this out. I'm taking just a little bit that was on the left of my brush and contouring my forehead, blending that out. And we're blending. Make sure that you blended it into your hairline. Blend out those harsh edges. This is still a soft glam look. Where's my beauty blender at? I don't know where it's at, but we're going to blend this out more with our brush. Everything is about blending. You want to make sure that your products are blended. We are almost getting ready to do the foundation part, y'all. So now, the foundation I'm going to use is my Juvia's Place foundation. And I'm going to put just a little bit on the back of my hand. I wish they had a better applicator, because I don't like this one. And I'm going to use my foundation brush that I used yesterday, if I can find it. Here it is. And I'm going to put just a little bit under that contour. have to place it on my face. I don't like this applicator. Come on, Juvia's. Y'all need to do better. I should have had a pump. And I'm just putting the foundation where I want it at. And we're putting it right up under the contour. It don't matter if we lose it because we're going to put some bronzer there. So we just want a little bit of foundation on. And we bringing it up and under, making sure we get in the sides of our neck and everywhere. Need a little bit more coverage here. This is where we want the foundation at. That contour is still there. Now we're going to go over everything. We're going to go over that concealer with our foundation brush to blend out all those edges. Makeup is about blending. Make sure that this stuff is blended, because if it's not going to look right. If you're going to do the makeup, sis, going to do it right. That's what I learned about doing makeup. Make sure everything is blended. Okay, so I will be back. Everything is blended out, so I'll be back with setting it, okay? I'll be right back. Smooches, I'm going to put a little eyeshadow on off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and now it's time to set all of your cream products. So you never want to go outside without setting your cream products, because you want everything to stay in place, right? So you gotta set your cream products, okay, sis? Set your cream products. Don't do that. Don't go out the house and don't you set your cream products. You got to set your cream contour, your concealer, your everything got to be set. So the first thing I'm going to use is my pressed powder. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. And I'm going to use this pressed powder before my loose powder. So I'm going to set all of the places where I have placed my concealer. And I'm just going to press this powder in. Because remember, I'm going to apply my loose powder. So I want to make sure everything is set with pressed powder first. You see that? Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. It, girl, is the GOAT. I was using this before I upgraded, thanks to my daughter, to the Laurier Mercier loose powder. But I'm going to use me a pressed powder first and then my loose powder, because I have mature skin, okay? She's still young. So I'm using my Laurier Mercier powder. Y'all, little girl done got upgraded a little bit. So I'm using high-end products and affordable makeup products together. Now that's how much powder I have in there, but I'm not going to use all that. You want to make sure that you tapping off That's here loose powder. Don't go right in and start doing that, because then you're gonna look ghostly. Okay, you don't want to be looking like a ghost. Tap some of that off, and I'm blowing it, and I'm just putting that loose powder on. Honey, don't worry about that, because we gonna brush it off. But we putting this loose powder on, and it's translucent, but it's gonna, turn my skin back to its normal color. I'm not gonna be looking ghostly. Okay. My daughter told me, Mama, it's all in the powders. You got to make sure you got some good powder. So a girl done stepped up. I'm not through with powder, y'all, because we got some more powder to go. So now after that, we're going to add our powder bronzer. And I'm using the Juvia's Place. We're going to let that sit for a while. Okay, we letting it sit. I'm not baking. So we're going to use the Juvia's Place bronzer. Where that brush I had yesterday? I try to use my same brushes, but I move stuff around so much, so I probably done misplaced it somewhere in my other makeup bag. Okay, here it is. So now we're using the Juvia's Place bronzer. They have 2 shades here. I like to blend mine together. And we tapping off, and we're just going to put that bronzer right on. Don't forget we got that blush right there. But I'm just doing my bronzer first, and I'm bronzing my forehead. This is a nice bronzer, y'all. Y'all have not tried Juvia's Place, y'all need to try Juvia's Place. Okay. I'll put some down here on the sides of my face. And up under my chinny chin. Kind of sculpt that out some. Bring it down. Yes, ma'am. Everything is coming together. All right. We got one more product to do. We got to put this blush on, right? So remember, we use 2 different types of blushes. So I'm going to use a nice light blush, a pinky Barbie pink blush. That color right there, we're going to tap some off. I'm going to swirl in. And I'm going to put that blush right here on top of that bronzer. Okay. Make it to the highest point of your temple. Like right here. That's where you want it at. All right. Yes. That's looking good. So now we got to set the face, right? We got to set the rest of the makeup with our powder. Finishing powder. So I'm going to get one of my new brushes. It's called Pretty in Pink. I told y'all I got so many brushes. But these are my everyday brushes for me. So I'm going to use my Pretty in Pink powder brush. And I'm using a Black Radiance finishing powder. Let me blow some of that out. And we're just going to set the rest of this makeup. We're setting everything. Remember, we got to dust that off. Girl, look at that, Laura Mercier. Honey, what? And I said I needed to contour my nose. I'm going to use my bronzer, so I'm going to go back in a minute. Because I want to do a lippy with y'all. I'm setting everything. Yes. Going over everything. Okay, we use 3 powders today. We used our bronzer, finishing powder. We use a pressed powder. And we use our Le Mercier loose powder. So we use 3 powders. So now I need to go back into my Juvia's Place palette to bronze my nose. And I got a certain brush that I use. Now, if I can't find that brush, we gonna improvise, because I don't be having time for that. We gonna improvise for the brush that I really wanted. I done moved it somewhere, but time is not on my side right now, so I really like to have the right brush when I'm doing my makeup, but we can improvise. So I'm going to use this brush here, and I'm going to bronze my nose contour. So I like the nose contour with bronzer, because I like a soft nose contour. So when you bring it up here, that's top tier. So make sure you bring it up here like this and sweep it over. You see how that look? Now I'm gonna take my, where's my velour puff at? Take one of my velour puffs and blend that out some. I like soft makeup. I don't like harsh looking makeup. I like everything blended. So I'm just blending that out more. That's looking good. So I'm going to use my setting spray. I'm going to use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And that's melting down all of the powders. And then I'm going to use my Kiss Ruby Kisses matte oil control setting spray, and this is gonna lock in my makeup, y'all. It have it looking so mattified and pretty, and you gotta shake it. So I'll be back, and I'm gonna do a lippy with you guys. I'll be back, y'all. It is 12:17. Okay, I'll be right back. Smooches. Okay, guys, I'm back and I'm dressed for work. Wet my hair. So now I'm getting ready to do the lip combo with you, because remember, this here makeup look was for beginners. Makeup made easy for women in their 50s and over 50. So I'm going to do my favorite new lippy combo. It's just my lippy combo in the way I like to wear it, because I don't keep up with trends, but I like this combo. And I'm using the brown lip liner, and this is from e.l.f. I love their lip liners because they glide on so good, and it's creamy. They don't feel stiff or anything. So I'm just lining my lips. Coming to the camera so y'all can see. And I kind of go up some because I have very I got Latina lips, y'all. Now some people will use a lip brush. I don't do that. I just do like that. I ain't got time to be looking for my lip brush right now. And I'm using the Juvia's Place Nude Lippy in the shade Muted. That is so pretty, y'all. So pretty. So I may have to go over it again, line my lips again because I lost some of the brown lip liner. That's the wrong pencil. Here it is. And it's time for me to exfoliate my lips. And I'm going to go in with my, what lip is this? Gloss. TYS Beauty lip gloss. And I'm going to put the lip gloss on my brown lip liner. That is so, girl, look at that. That's so pretty. Now, we don't need a lot on older women because we don't want to be looking like we got greasy lips, okay? That's not, that's not cute. So this completes my look. Getting ready to go to work, but this is the look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Feel free to ask me any questions. Feel free to share this video with all your makeup besties. And if you have not subscribed, sis, what you waiting on? I know you enjoy watching my videos, but if you subscribe, you're gonna get a notification when your girl posts, okay? So follow me and subscribe, okay? Watch and subscribe. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and remember to stay prayed up. Remember that God loves you, and you can do all things through Christ Jesus that strengthens you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Smooches.